1 year ago, I won the golden ticket, a grant of $40,000 to travel around the world to learn archery. After we graduated from Rice University, my friends went on to industry, medical school, law school, PhD programs. But I left everything behind to start a new adventure. I wanted to see how techniques differed around the world and how good I can get at archery if I could train with other countries. How they hold the bow in their hands, how they pull back the string, how they release the arrow. Every country is different. The camaraderie is different. Because in America, we wear our last names on our back. In Korea, they wear their team name on their back because how they do is a reflection of their team and their coach. They live together, eat together, sleep together, train together, and they laugh together every day. I started my journey learning traditional archery in Japan. I wanted to see how a wood bow stripped from its aluminum and carbon fiber can teach you a solid foundation without relying on a sight pin or aiming device. Between training, I went to Tokyo, to Kyoto, to Osaka. I climbed all 12,000 steps to the top of the Inari Shrine. I tried the freshest seafood imaginable. I went to Korea where I trained so hard I thought my shoulders would give out. I sometimes got back at 11 p.m. only to wake up at 6 a.m. to go back the next day. I learned how to sleep on my back because it hurt to sleep sideways on my shoulders. I used a bag of kimchi dumplings to ice it. I started to lose sensation in my right middle finger from the constant pressure of the string, and to this day, I'm still waiting for sensation to return. It was Chuseok, a Korean holiday centered around family. I practiced alone. I went days without talking to anyone. I had no one to speak English to, so I was mostly mute. With the time difference, I couldn't call my parents to tell them how much I missed them. I don't think I've ever felt lonelier in my life. The language barrier didn't help. My coach told me that there was more she wanted to teach me, but she couldn't, because Google Translate could only do so much. I studied Korean every day. I practiced speaking to my stuffed animals.
어디를 찾습니까?
어디를 찾겠습니까?
어느 아이를 찾습니까?
I went with running groups, made new friends to practice speaking with. I celebrated my birthday with them.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Catherine. Happy birthday to you.
I learned how to make Korean side dishes from the aunt that lived in my building. I went to Angeles Island and Manila in the Philippines to get a break from archery. There, I saw poverty, extreme poverty, and it made me grateful that I get to chase a passion, I get to hone a craft. I went back to Korea. Wanted to get stronger. I trained and trained and trained. I learned how to tell from the sound of the bowstring whether it was a good shot. I learned to read the wind better. I learned how to aim in more detail. These are things I never fully learned in America. There were some days where I shot better than I ever have in my life, and then the next day, I felt like I took 10 steps backwards. I qualified for the World University Games, the highlight of many people's careers. It's a mini Olympics with an athletic village and opening and closing ceremonies. It's the first time I'd ever been escorted off the plane and fast-tracked through immigration. When I walked in the opening ceremonies, I cried. I worked so hard to get there, and it was all worth it. I made so many new friends from around the world. I went to the World Cup in Taiwan and competed there too. used to be the type of person who wouldn't go to a party unless someone went with me. But now I traveled the world on my own. I gained independence, maturity, and friendships to last a lifetime. I feel confident in my ability to problem solve, to navigate countries where I don't speak the language. I started teaching what I learned to kids. The first thing that I did when I got back to America was to go to the San Francisco archery field where I first held a bow and learned how to shoot archery. There, I met with a fan of mine, a 9-year-old little girl who shows a lot of promise. I passed on tips and techniques I've learned and honed from around the world. These skills will advance her technique from the very beginning. It's so rewarding to bring this knowledge back and share it with others. And what I've learned from a year of traveling around the world is this: don't be afraid to ask for help. People are willing to help you. People want to help you because there is a universal humanity that we all share. The world truly is an amazing place.